delle belle turbando al riposo, Narcisetto Adugino d'amor. Delle belle turbando al riposo, Narcisetto Adugino d'amor. Non più avrai questi bei panacchini, quel cappello leggero galante, quella chioma, quell'aria brillante, quel vermiglio d'onesco color, quel vermiglio d'onesco color. Non più avrai quei pennacchini, quel cappello, quella chioma, quell'aria brillante. Non più drai farfalloni amoroso, notte e giorno di torno girato, delle belle turbando al riposo, Narcisetto Adugino d'amor. Delle belle turbando al riposo, Narcisetto Adugino d'amor. Fra guerrieri può far bacco, gran bustacchi stretto sacco, schioppo in spalla, sciabla a fianco, collo dritto, muso franco, un gran casco, un gran turbante, molto onor, poco cantante, poco cantante, poco cantante. Ed invece del fandango una marcia per il fango, per montagne, per valloni, colonnevi e salioni, al concerto di tromboni, di bombarde e di cannoni, che le porre tutti i tuoni all'orecchio fan fischiar. Non più avrai quei pennacchini, non più avrai quel cappello, non più avrai quella chioma, non più avrai quell'aria brillante. Non più avrai farfalloni amoroso, notte e giorno di torno girato, delle belle turbando al riposo, Narcisetto Adugino d'amor. Delle belle turbando al riposo, Narcisetto Adugino d'amor. Cherubino alla vittoria, alla gloria militar, cherubino alla vittoria, alla gloria militar, alla gloria militar, alla gloria militar.
a while. You should be able to join the server under the name Watch. I don't know if you did that.
We should probably do introduction.
Oh yeah, we'll get there. Oh crap, my mic's muted. I'm talking to the stream, but not Discord. Oh no, guys. It's a nightmare. We'll get it sorted here. 1 second, as Fox is wondering what the heck we're doing. We got a partner in the streaming booth tonight, so look forward to hearing his beautiful voice serenade us in a moment's notice. Hey there, my mic was on, press to talk.
Yeah, it's all good.
So we're I know qualifying just started, so we're a little behind. But we'll jump into it right now. Get this funny music out of here. Alright. So welcome to round 2 of the Italian job here at Misano. And we're all gonna welcome and have our good buddy here, Fox, in the booth with us tonight. So how's it going there, guy?
I'm doing all right. A pleasure to be here tonight for the Italian job, round 2.
Yeah. You like Misano, the track?
Yeah, actually, Misano was one of the first circuits I ever actually really practiced in this game.
Right on.
Funny enough.
Yeah, so what are we looking at here? Got 18 degrees, optimum track, 0 wind. It's a nice day on the racetrack at
Dude, it is
7 a.m.
13 cars are going to battle it out here today. Hopefully 13. We'll finish with 13 as well. A little bit of a smaller grid today, but, you know, of course, it is a bit more of a casual championship, so
yeah,
no need to worry too much about that.
Yeah.
Still, nonetheless, I'm sure that these guys are going to give it their absolute all. No holding back here.
No.
Currently, let's watch some of these guys here. Do their qualifying laps.
Oh, yes, I was mentioning if you joined with the password Watch there, eh? Should be able to.
Yeah, I joined, yeah.
Perfect.
Caglione. Sorry if I say your name wrong. I'm trying my best here. Caglione, currently on pole with a 1:33.2, a blistering lap there.
Yeah.
Half a second ahead of the I'm bad with names. I'm really sorry.
No worries.
So if I said
Goida. Yep.
Goida. Yeah. So Goida about half a second behind him, but I also, yeah, that's around what his time was in practice.
Okay.
So I guess we'll have to see.
Yeah, so
if that was quality or race pace that he was running in
practice.
practice.
A speedy lap right here. I'm seeing a 1:32.9. And we have this nice I believe this is a custom livery actually here from this team. Looking quite nice. I like the blue. Sharp looking livery.
Indeed it is. If I had it, it would be great, but unfortunately I forgot to download them.
No worries.
But here we are.
So Guaida quite a bit back from that, 7/10 to our lead driver.
Yeah, Caglione is absolutely on it.
Yeah, he's nailing it.
1:32.9, certainly a very impressive lap by him. Our friend Mr. Beer in P3, 9/10 behind, just 2/10 behind Gaida.
Yeah, so that's a close battle between those two, although it'll get spicy on track.
And then Wolf, 1.6 seconds back. Let's hope that he improves on there. Yeah. And then almost right behind him, just a few thousandths of a second separating him from Macareta, yeah. Macareta is 1.6. 132.7. Great.
Oh, yeah.
He's really going at it here. Wouldn't be surprised if he improves off of that as well at this rate.
Yeah.
That's right. The man might be setting world records. Oh, I don't know about all that, but one can certainly hope.
Yeah. So we got one Lambo up here in top 5, trying to hold on while we got some. Oh, as we watch him,
there he goes.
commentator's curse. He's sent
Rambo Lambo
spinning around. Wow. All right. What else we got here? We got Chris down here in the Ferrari 13, 6th place. So a lot of our field is all within. A lot of guys are doing 135s. Seems to be the average for most drivers.
Yeah, and then we've got Mr. 132.7 over here, Mr. Show Off. Nah, I'm kidding. Good lap by him. I'm just joking around. About a second behind him is Gaida.
Yeah, so
very
no
good
one
lap.
seems to be able to touch him if he gets away clean through the first couple corners there at the start of the race. Shall be gone.
Yeah, depends. Maybe he'll get spun. I hope not, though.
Yeah.
Don't want to put the commentator's curse on him.
Well, as we have a couple late joiners popping in every once in a while here, so we'll see how many guys we have coming in with 4 minutes to go here in qualifying early morning in Italy.
For sure. Early morning in Italy. The Italian job. Perfect setting.
I deemed this race the family. Don't really know what I was thinking there. I guess, we had the game plan, which was the golden plan, which was the first race there where maybe we're strategizing, figuring out, it's Ferrari or Lambo, which team's going to get it done. And
it seems to be the Ferraris getting it done here in
Misano. It's the Ferrari family coming out on top here as we start this race.
Yeah, Ferruccio Lamborghini would certainly be rolling in his grave if he saw this.
Yeah. So
the fastest Lamborghini in P5.
Yeah. So the Lambo not showing its as great as capability as the Ferrari around here.
Yeah, I mean the Lamborghini is a bit of a slower car around Misano. It's the characteristics of the circuit, obviously. Really, it not only benefits the Ferrari, but it actually in some ways hurts the Lamborghini.
Yeah.
In my experience with driving both of them. But yeah, the Ferrari, I mean, it's no real surprise that Ferrari's just, really going at it here.
Yeah.
It's a truly exceptional car on this track.
So we're just back down to Matt P. Fender here, checking him out. Actually, Nate Gajipo. I don't know how to say his name.
Diggy Pow sounds like a cooler name. I don't know if it's actually a surname. Sorry,
We're just guessing cool, here. So. We're trying. But he ended up getting an 8th place at the Lambo as he pulls off.
I'm about to say, here he goes.
He's going to get some
He's going rallying with that Lamborghini.
We're back to Matt P. Fender here in the Lambo. I think he had a pretty good showing last round. I really like this Kaspersky livery. The gray, yellow, and red looks very sharp on this car.
Squadra Corse livery. It's a very nice livery. I do agree with you, Keg.
Flyer right now. We'll see him what he can get for a lap time here as we're coming up here to 1:30 left in this qualifying session.
Let's see if anybody can match Caglione. Gaida's gotten a little bit closer, 9.18 instead of 9.45. But that's still probably not going to be enough. That's obviously not enough to grab pole position, but we'll have to see. Maybe Caglione spent all of his time hot lapping, and so we'll have to see. But I doubt it. With that kind of pace, I'm sure he'll be able to pull something off. 45 minutes in the
race, anything could happen. But you're right there. Maybe he has a flaw in his setup there that's not going to work so well through the length of the race.
We will see. I don't want to give him too much of a commentator's curse. Yeah. But still, Caglione doing
improve from 9th position with a 135 was his best there.
It'll be interesting to see how the podium shapes up here. We have Calvin Wolf and JJ Beer very close for that third spot, but I think the first 2 slots are going to, well, maybe not, because even Beer and Wolf are relatively close to Gaeta. So if they get a good start and manage to, hold him off, maybe a better race pace.
So it's all on JJ here to try to up his qualifying position as he's getting his last valid lap in. He went off the track there on the last corner, got into the grass, so the tires may be hurting a tiny bit here. Back to Luger, who's on a flyer as well. We have one other car, and I think car 11 was trying to get another lap in, but
didn't quite make it in time.
Yeah, I don't think he did. So it looks like JJ decides to pull her over because he wasn't improving at all in his lap.
Sensible decision to make there. Sometimes you just gotta know when to
fold
when
them,
to go
as
on
they
to the
would
next
say.
session.
When to fold them, as they would say in poker.
Indeed, when to fold them.
So he's coming down. They're all done with their qualifying. It's as good as they're gonna get here. So it's all on Luger here. Can he complete this lap and improve, getting himself up out of 9th?
They're discussing currently in the chat about track temperatures and saying they're too cold. I mean, honestly, if you ask me, 18 Celsius.
Oh, yes.
I mean, I usually practice in this game around 30 Celsius, so I'd be loved to running in 18 Celsius.
We tried to move this event list for the YouTube channel to a different spot, and it's not working quite well, so we'll just adjust that. Thanks for letting us know there in the chat. As Luger does not improve, so we got Caglione, Agueda, and JJ Burr on the front 2 rows there, with Wolf rounding that 2 front rows up.
And that'll be your top 3 here today. Excellent pole position by Caglione. Simply an incredible. That was an incredible pole lap he had there, and I think he did actually improve at the very end there.
Really,
certainly.
He was giving us a clinic experience. So that's for sure, getting that lap in there. No one could touch him really. But
that is absolutely the case.
It's all 50-50 from here at the start of the race. What's going to happen and how it's going to go down here. So we will be waiting for this to get underway here. Again, beautiful weather here. 8 a.m. in the morning. 19 degrees on track optimum. No wind. It says there's a bit of cloud, but it doesn't look like any clouds in the sky. We got 45 minutes for these guys around Misano. We got the Italian Tifosi crowd. I don't know if you call that in any other racetrack besides Monza. Out into support.
Yeah, I guess we could say the virtual Tifosi.
Yeah. It's always a fun track at night. A lot of leagues do that, and it looks sharp at this time of the day, to be honest.
Mm-hmm. For sure, Misano is one of my favorite circuits in this game. It's really has a lot of unique corners.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like some of the other cookie cutter tracks, as I like to say. It's definitely got a lot of unique characteristics that make it special compared to, say, something like Spa, where it seems to be a little bit more of a generic experience. Misano actually is partially built for motorcycles, which is partially the reason why it's so narrow compared to many other tracks in this game. But obviously a lot of smaller Formula cars and GT3 and GT4 race here. So yeah, a very nice circuit. As I said, one of my favorites.
Yeah.
And we are off. Are we doing full formation lap? Or are we doing
I
last corner?
believe. Well, let's see, folks. I'm not too sure.
Yeah,
I think it's a short. So starting here, we got.
Yep, it's final corner. All right, and we're off for the Italian job race 2. And Caglione. Oh! It seems that he did get a bit of the commentator's curse. He gets bumped into the first turn, but no harm, no foul. It seems that he will continue his lead. So he did get a bump there, but obviously he recovered from that and continues his lead and continues on his way. He holds the lead, and right behind him is going to be JJ Beer, and right behind him Calvin Wolf. They are going at it right now. Oh, Mr. Harder there. He's getting really far on that curb. He's really pushing that car, so you see if he can get himself onto the podium places.
Yes.
Very beautiful. I always love that sky livery. One of my favorite liveries in GT3 racing.
No kidding. I love that one as well.
And interesting to see. Oh, Gaeta goes a little bit wide there. A little bit of an interesting line through there, but I don't know if that was intentional or whether that was just a mistake. But still, here comes Beer coming down the end, Gaeta and Caglione. So your running order right now is Caglione, Gaeta, JJ Beer, Calvin Wolf, Harder, Macarena, Diggy Pow, Gar, Minahan, Pfender, File, Sanchez, and Wyatt. And that's your running order for today's race so far, but of course that can change. Coming into the final corner now, Beer is getting closer to Gaeta, but obviously, let's look a little bit further in the back here. Any battles going on over here?
No, but looking like the guys got through on lap 1 cleanly, so that's good to see.
Yeah.
For the most part.
Yeah, it seems that everybody has mostly maintained their position.
So Calvin Wolf getting right on the back of JJ here.
Yeah, he is. Wolf is really going to be going at Beer here. Obviously, a bit of a rivalry from last season, Split 1. Let's see if they continue that in the Italian job. You can't have too much infighting with the family here.
Yeah, exactly. They've known each other well. They've been battling for the last 3 or 4 seasons of ZRL, so
yeah,
quite familiar with each other for sure.
They're getting really even more familiar with each other today. Really close battling between the two, but I wouldn't leave out Harder here in the number 69 car. 8/10 behind. Good good overall by him.
Yeah, right.
He's keeping up with the. Yeah, he's right with these guys. I mean, obviously the field is very tight, even from first to last. It's a very tight grid. I think it's anybody's race really. I mean, obviously, Caglione has started to pull away quite a lot actually.
Yeah, but he's done and dusted. He's gone pretty much at this point. So we'll see what he does for pit strategy and if that will affect these guys and be able to jump them. But we got those 3 Ferraris here in 2nd to 4th place, fighting it out hard. And we'll see if some guys can get along here in some of the braking zones. We still have our Lambos back in 6th place, so a little bit.
Is 6th and 6th and 7th, 10th, 12th, and 13th. So obviously not too good of a showing from Lamborghini, but like I explained earlier, we weren't expecting a 1 through 5 finish by the Lamborghinis, but still a really good showing by the Ferrari. I was really impressed by how well they were. How it was really a question of how far they could go, ahead of the Lamborghinis. But I did not expect this big of a gap.
As you can see, as we're watching Caglione here displaying why exactly he is an Academy esports driver here, and giving us a good taste as we get this nice view down the back straight, all the guys lining up. But Caglione is taking off here about more than a second quicker than every other car on track at the moment.
Yeah, about a second. Yeah. So he's about a second quicker, about 3.7 second gap. I think after this, on this thing, I can do a bit of we'll ride along with him and do a bit of a demonstration lap of Misano here. So riding along with Caglione across the start-finish line, you want to gather as much speed. You want to take a wider line into the corner. That way, you can just carry as much speed through this section. This is really important because this corner will then, show for turn 3. You need to carry a lot of speed through there as well because obviously it's a fast right-hander. It leads you to another slower right-hander here. You need to be able to be really gentle on the power, but you also need to be able to get on it early so that way. Once again, this track is all speed preservation. As we go into the back straight here, Caglione obviously is a great demonstration of how to drive this track. Brake as late as you dare and try to cut as much of that curb as you can without getting a track cut. Go out as wide as you need to. Carry as much speed through here because we have another fast right-hander. As soon as you touch that apex, brake into the corner. The right-hander hairpin. Go out on exit and use all that exit curb and just gun it through this back straight. Obviously, you can take this corner completely flat. These cars have enough downforce to do so, and then you want to brake just after right between those two corners there. Get right back on the power. Try to carry as much speed into this corner here. Another right-hander. This track has a lot of right-handers. I just not noticed that.
Yep.
Into finally a left-hander. You want to try to take that flat, but obviously you also don't want to get a track cut, so it is a bit of a gamble. And you want to run out as far wide as you can, and that's a lap of Misano World Circuit.
Yeah, that's a clinic right there. You saw his tires even touch the grass there, and he still kept it here. Back on to Gueda, and thanks for that run down there, Don Fox. That was fantastic.
Thank you.
But yeah, Gueda here, trying to pull away from the pack behind, but he's got JJ and Wolf hungry for his rear. And they're still battling it out tight. So we got a couple good battles on track, which is nice to see here. We got some Lambos dueling it and we got a little bit of a Lambo barrier.
Gar and Diggy Power are currently going at it.
Yep.
The 7th place Lamborghini versus the 8th place Ferrari. Those two are currently in a bit of a close battle. Seems Diggy Power did get a better exit onto the back straight, but I guess it will be whoever dares to brake later. And it looks like Diggy Power is going to outbrake himself slightly, and Gar is going to get a better exit through there, but Diggy Power still holds a bit of the lead here.
Yeah.
As they break into the next corner, I think Gar, at this rate, due to the characteristics of Ferrari are really showing, really shining here. So we'll have to see if Gar is able to close the gap and eventually pass Diggy Pow.
Yeah, he could try to make a move the next lap here.
Yeah.
As we got, wow, so many exciting battles here. Wolf's up the inside as JJ misjudges that corner and has to let
Calvin
Wolf right through.
Moves into 3rd place onto the podium spots. A good job by him.
Yeah.
He's taking his driving up to another level, especially from towards the end of last season, split 1 into this season.
Yeah.
Calvin Wolf really making really big strides in his driving.
But JJ is going to be just as hungry to get that position back. As you can see here, he didn't drop back that much after a little bit of an error through that third last corner there. So coming through
by Mr. Beer, but he obviously is going to try to rectify that and get back past Wolf. But I don't know if he'll be able to. He'll have to try to get Wolf to make the same mistake. Otherwise, I think this will probably be your podium. Of course, we don't know for sure yet. If Beer picks up the pace slightly, maybe he made some adjustments to the brake bias to try to get his car to go faster. We'll have to see how we're doing here. Of course, we're not in that driver's seat. We can't quite see that. But in other terms, Guaida isn't really pulling out much of a gap on Wolf or Beer either. No. It is growing slightly, but not nearly as much as I had initially predicted. Meanwhile, the gap between Caglione and Guaida has increased to around 7 seconds.
Yeah,
5 laps into this race.
Yeah, he's taken off here, so he's
pretty much taken off. He's
taking that gap, and I don't think you're gonna be able to undercut him at all with that pace.
Unless he makes some sort of error in the pit stop, maybe speeds to the pit lane, but I certainly hope not.
No.
It was such an excellent drive. I wouldn't want anything.
Yeah, you wouldn't expect that to happen there.
Especially you would not expect it. Especially, he obviously seems like somebody who's very experienced.
Oh.
A drive-through for track limits by Mr. Wyatt here, unfortunately.
Yeah.
He's about 6 seconds off of Mr. File, but obviously that's going to increase that drive-through, sadly.
Why it's unfortunate. Yeah. He doesn't look very in control of that car as he comes in for the drive-through.
Yeah, I don't blame him. The Lamborghini is a very difficult car to drive, so I can't really blame him for that.
Yeah,
entirely.
if you haven't put a lot of time into it, but good on him for trying out a car he's not comfortable with there. And,
yeah, for sure. I mean, the only way you can learn is by trying different things.
Yeah, being a little different than the rest of the field by not picking one of the Ferraris, as they know at the moment the Ferrari is pretty strong in the game.
Mhm. Was there not a third car that you could choose in this league, or is it only two?
Just the two. We had selected some of the older model cars there, but to make it a little bit easier, we just picked the two most recent models.
Oh, okay.
And actually, if you had GT4, you could pick the shit. What's that brand? I can't even think of it right now.
I believe.
Yeah, the Maserati. Yeah, which is quite a unique car in the game. But we're coming up to 34 minutes here in the race. No real changes on weather conditions or track conditions, but Calvin Wolf jumping up to third position here. And I think he might be the only mover in the field, really. I believe, eh? Or
yeah, I don't think
Gar
that
is up
anybody
one
else.
position, I believe.
Yeah, we'll get on him. He's speaking of Gar, let's check back in on that battle. It does seem that they are still going at it. Diggy Pow and Gar are still going at this battle here.
Yep.
But I'm not quite sure if Gar will be able to get him, especially the Misano being a very difficult track to overtake on. You've got a couple overtaking. Here's one coming up here, but I don't think he's quite close enough unless he sends it. That's a really risky move. He's gaining on him on the back straight here. I think he did get a better exit, and no, not quite. Diggy Pow was able to hold it, but Gar getting a little bit marginally about the same about exit as Diggy Pow. Initially, it looked like it, but I think Diggy Pow had the better line, so he will take that through there.
A lot of you, if you've watched GT3 racing, it's all about getting that better exit and trying to get the slipstream to make those passes, or getting someone when they maybe make a little error in the braking zones. It's a lot different than F1 or even DTM with the assistant of the wing flipping open. So it really tests your skill, and you really got to work on your overtaking abilities in this type of racing.
Yeah, I mean, this isn't push to pass racing like F1 where you just press a button and Lewis Hamilton wins the 78,000th Grand Prix. This is a lot closer than that.
And a lot of the time too, you really got to trust the driver you're alongside, that he's gonna give that space. Luckily, we have in game anyways. We have the radar system, as sim racing is a little harder to see out the windows and mirrors.
Yeah, you do have a radar system. It's the same actually. There is a mod for the original Assetto Corsa that does a very similar system.
Okay,
so I wondered if the
awesome.
developers of this game were inspired by that. Well, it's the same developer called Kunos. I wonder if Kunos was inspired by that mod or whether they just had the same idea. Either way, Gar outbrakes himself really far there on Diggy Pow.
Yeah, he felt he had a good run. So this car, the number 13. Chris there has a good run on him. We'll watch him go down the back straight here. He seems close enough.
Is getting a lot closer.
Look at that speed he got out of that corner. We'll watch him dart out and see if to make the move. He's looking a little bit on the inside. Side's better, but coming into this braking zone.
Yeah. We'll see which one is going. And it looks like Gar is a little bit
he almost
here in the braking zone.
Yeah.
But Minahan is going to stick right on his tail.
He's not
going to be looking all the way, to get up to Diggy Pow. I don't know. I'll have to look at the times tables.
Yeah.
But it does seem that he is closing the gap on that battle.
Well, we have JJ Burr and Wolf into the pit lane. So Wolf, the first car to elect to pit here with 30 minutes and 30 seconds to go. And JJ pulling right up in front of him. So we have to as Gar spun around as we are checking out the guys in the pit lane. He gets that car turned around and he's back on track, dropping all the way down to 11th position.
That's a really unfortunate for him, actually. We were looking at the pit lane. I didn't notice that.
Yeah, I wonder if there was contact at all. But car 88.
Let me have a look at the replay real quick and check to see if there was any contact between.
So it looks like our leader Caglioni got past Nicholas Watt down here. So Watt doing his best to get out of the way there. So Caglione is coming around the third last corner here. Is he going to pit right now, or is he going to keep pushing that car and building that gap to Wolf and JJ? So he likes to stay out, and he's going to keep going around here with 30 minutes to go.
No, it looks like Gar just got way on the curb and just spun himself. There was
Green light, go, go, go.
Hello?
Yes, Cobra here.
All right, folks, we're back. We had some trouble. Hi, Cobra. How's it going?
Going well, how are you?
Well, could be better. We had a little bit of technical difficulties with the internet connection there, but we're back now. We're on board.
We're back online.
Awesome.
Hello to everybody. We're back on board. In the meantime, to get you up to speed, currently the cars that have pitted are Gaeta, Wolf, Beer, and Sanchez. No one else has pit yet. It'd be interesting to see. I think they're just trying to extend their stints for as long as possible. See what happens here.
Yeah. Oh, we have a Lambo. So at the moment, my timing board is all over. But with those pit stops, so we have Lamborghini jumping up third, fourth, and fifth position at the moment, but still all needing to pit with 25 minutes to go here.
Yep, that looks like it. Minahan pits in from P7, and following him is Mr. File, also coming in. So Caglione continues to lead here, putting him out of a 25-second gap. Big gap by him. I wonder when he'll be coming in. Not this lap. I'm going to guess within the next couple laps here, he'll be coming on in to make his stop.
Yeah.
Considering the fact that almost half the field has pitted at this point.
So he's still going around one more time, most likely, as we're suggesting here. What else can we talk about? Harder, you're saying don't count this guy out up into second position, staying out long like Caglione. Actually, he's in a pit now, yeah. So trying to do the undercut move on the leader. See how that works out as where is...
And the overcut on his podium rivals here.
Yeah.
Macaretta come in second place currently. The highest placing Lamborghini. Diggy Pow in third. We'll see how that goes. As someone goes wide, not sure who that was. I believe it was Mr. File.
Yeah, Todd File there as Watt or Chiska down. Coming to this. He's
gonna try to go on a move for Watts, and he gets the move done. It seems. Watts not putting up too much of a fight. Obviously playing it cautious there. Probably going to try to get him back later.
And Watt.
I cannot blame him at all for that.
Like, wow, he looks all over the place. He's almost spinning that Lamborghini completely around.
He's gonna go Tokyo drifting.
Yeah.
Man, this isn't a Tokyo drift set. This is a ACC race, bro.
So Gueda and Wolf getting past Harder here. It's gonna be close. For Harder coming out, it comes behind Caglione and JJ. So at the moment,
yeah. So it did seem that his undercut did not exactly do as it was intended, sadly.
Yeah.
But
so we got 3 Lambos going into the pit lane right now.
All three of the Lamborghinis coming in now, as you say. But still, Matt Fender and Diggy Pow have not come in. Neither has the leader Caglione. I think he's just trying to build as much of a gap as he can on these guys, and then he's gonna try and pit in. Pretty smart move. He asked me. He had. Excuse me. He knows he has the pace to win this race, so he's obviously going to try to pit in as late as possible.
He's up 35 seconds to the pack, so he needs to. What would he need to get up to? It's 30 seconds sitting in the stall to change tires. As that
Diggy
is.
Pow in P2 behind him, Matt Fender, and Macaretta comes in. I think we already talked about that. Yeah, he's exiting the pit lane right now.
Yeah, and we have the two
Gar
other guys
in P5
behind.
has just dropped off the jacks. Oh, he stalls it. He keeps going.
I know.
Lord knows how many times I've done that. Stalling it off the jacks, but happens. And we continue, and he continues on with his race. So every car is stopped except for Matt Fender, Mr. Diggy Pow, and Caglione.
Yep.
Are the only three who have not made their pit stops just yet.
Caglione still pumping out 133.5 is over and over. It's pretty impressive on the old tires here. Not that the stint has been quite that long right now, anyways.
Still, nonetheless, extremely impressive to have
30 Fender in the pits right now.
Fastest lap of 33.1.
Wolf's not too far behind Gueda at the moment. These guys are battling out for P2. As they get around there cleanly.
Extremely impressive drive by Caglione.
Yeah.
Some ridiculously good race pace. He must have one hell of a setup on that car. And I thought he was coming in for the pit lane. Does he know that he has to stop?
He's still going, so we don't have a mandatory, like a pit window here, so he could literally pit with 1 minute to go.
Maybe that's his tactic, is just to pit with 1 minute to go and pull a Michael Schumacher. Just come in the last minute.
The tires don't feel bad, and in these cars you got traction control. You can crank that up if they start feeling terrible.
Yeah.
Just to help them keep it on track there, but I doubt it's going to cause a problem here with 45 minutes on a set of tires. Most stints go for an hour and a half, so.
Yeah, I think the maximum tires can go is around 1 to 2 hours, 1.5 hours to around 2 hours.
Yeah.
It's pretty much the maximum that I've seen these tires go, but obviously I'm sure you could get them to stretch longer if you really tried, but I would not recommend doing that.
Calvin Wolf in the zone at the moment, just pumping in these laps and right on the rear bumper of Gueda as we come down the back straight. He's just got to keep up that pressure.
Fastest lap is a 134.0. That's certainly a very impressive, seriously impressive. Oh, Gueda spins, and Wolf goes into him.
Gets him a little bit. Gueda, not what he wanted to happen.
Wolf not having.
And right into our leader, Caglione is out at the moment. He got spun around, popped the hood. Oh, Gueda. The race went from good to worst possible. So Caglione, are you going to have to pit now with the damage? No, he continues on even with the hood popped. He has that 35-plus second lead on the guys. As Gueda has to come in because he has completely damaged the steering wheel.
Yeah,
so,
I mean, obviously, there wasn't much place for Wolf to go in that incident. I would not put the blame on him. I wouldn't really put the blame on Gaeta either because, there wasn't really much place for him to go. It's just a bad situation that they were in overall.
Looks like Wolf got away pretty cleanly here, so if...
Yeah, he did.
Both guys have to...
slow impact for him.
And if they both have to pit here, so now it's all about Caglione with that lead, with the damaged car. Can he get it around the racetrack for 17 more minutes without repairing that damage?
The 33.5 race pace, I'm sure he'll have not much of an issue doing that, but
if he can't make it around, and he has to repair that damage, he could elect to not repair the bodywork, but I don't think that will really change much.
Yeah. Is his car still going straight? Yeah, that does seem to be the case, that his car is the wheel is going
So
straight.
35
so
seconds
obviously just
is
some bodywork damage to his car.
Diggy Pow's 35 seconds back from him. So some great resilience to not get pissed off and being able to hold this car straight and still extract the pace. So let's see what he does for a lap time here.
Yeah, it does seem like it's going to be a pretty solid lap nonetheless. Oh, he's
He comes
coming in.
the
He's
pit
coming in.
now. So where's Wolf on track? Wolf is just going through the third corner now. So I'll be how fast Wolf can get around this racetrack. And if Caglione only elects to change the tires and not do any damage repair.
Yeah, I think Calvin has definitely got a shot at winning this, depending on how much damage. But I don't think that he'll come out behind. I think Caglione will hold the lead of this race. It does depend on how fast Calvin Wolf can pull this car around the track. At the moment, I mean, it depends on whether he repairs his damage. Also, how much fuel he has to put in the car.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what kind of fuel he set it up for.
Yeah, our only mandatory thing is the tire change. So fuel, he probably could have had a full tank.
It does seem that he's in the pits for quite some time now. Calvin Wolf might actually get him. Diggy Pal takes the lead, but that's not really off of pace as much as that's off of
just staying out.
Yeah, he's in the pits for quite some time. Can Calvin Wolf catch him?
It's gonna be close here, maybe.
It's really close.
Maybe.
Calvin Wolf on the final turn.
Oh, there he drops.
Pits. Here he comes. And Calvin Wolf takes the lead of this Italian job race. An incredible drive.
Yeah. Well done, great strategy, and then getting a little bit lucky with just taking minor damage there. A little scuff
but now
of the
the
paint.
pace is can Caglione with that, obviously newly fixed car. Can he take the lead back?
Yeah. That is what we'll be watching as Caglione gets back on track and up to race pace. Just getting back on track ahead of the 78 car, the Lambo. So now it's all on Calvin Wolf. He's been in this position before a few times in this league and has thrown it away. But I feel like the moment with what he's been showing lately, he's hungry for a victory.
Calvin Wolf is hungry for his first ZRL victory, and I think he'll be able to do it. Diggy Pow pulls into the... Oh! It looks like Harder is also ahead. Oh. Caglione drops down to 5th.
Yeah. So Caglione has a couple guys to get through.
Potentially have a shot at winning this as well. We've got a few potential winners here. Gaeta all the way down in 12th place. That's really unfortunate for the Argentinian driver, but it will depend. Can't Diggy Pow, honestly? No, it does not seem that Diggy Pow is going to hold any sort of...
No.
He's still on the jacks. Yeah, no. It looks like Diggy Pow dropped down to around 5th place if my prediction is correct.
I wonder why his pit stop's taking so long.
I think it has to do with fuel, honestly. Oh, there he comes off the jacks. Here he goes, that Lamborghini with the anti-stall that it has is obviously going to be very useful for pit stops.
So Diggy Pow had held the lead for a couple laps there, or one lap anyways. But back on to Calvin Wolf here up in the 1st place, just dominating at the moment. 13 minutes to go.
Calvin Wolf 9 seconds ahead of JJ Beer. This is honestly, such a long time coming if he can manage to take the win here.
Yep.
It isn't over yet, but I think that Calvin Wolf can pull it off. Honestly, this will be an emotional one for him, I'm sure. Participating in this league since season 1, the amount of time he spent, pushing himself to become a better driver, and if he pulls this off, this will be truly one of the greatest victories in ZRL history.
It's very unexpected too,
especially with Caglione absolutely dominating this race.
Yeah, so Guaita having to repair too, all the way down in 12th after his damage.
It just goes to show that if you And motorsports is such an unpredictable thing.
Yeah.
And it is honestly a real shame that Caglioni can't take that win, because that would have been an incredible victory.
But with 12 minutes to go here in his pace, he's still feeling it. He is about.
He's got 12 minutes to go, and I think he might be able to do it if he can get past Harder.
Yeah.
But Harder obviously isn't going to let him by too easily.
No. And then he has to deal with JJ.
23.2 was his last lap. He is pushing this car to the maximum. I just hope that pushing won't cost him. His positions by spinning or something. But I don't think so. I think he's been running that around that pace the entire race. So
right now, Calvin Wolf running away with his, with a angry bear behind him coming, or shark, we should say.
An 8.2 second, or an 8.8 second lead over Beer, and then another 4 seconds back to Harder, and then about 0.8. So he's got around, 9. About a 15 second lead over Caglioni. I don't know if that is going to be enough.
Watch, Caglioni's going to get harder here. No trouble, looking like. Getting that better exit. He's flashing him. Unfortunately, asking to get around. He's not going to get special treatment around here. He's going to have to make this move.
Yeah, obviously. Harder goes wide.
He gets him on the inside.
Caglioni goes around the inside, and the move done. A great move by Caglioni there. Yeah. Obviously, those flashing of the lights was not the greatest thing, but, sometimes I guess you got to do what you got to do. As they go through the final turn here.
10:30 to go. 10 minutes and 30 seconds to go. Caglioni trying to catch Calvin Wolf.
13 seconds now is the gap.
Can Wolf hold him off?
Can Wolf hold him off? And better yet, can Beer be a wingman and hold Caglioni off? Because if he can, then Wolf has got this one in the bag.
Top file showing yellow on track just because he was slowing down to let the guys through. I don't think we talked about Sanchez at all down here. Armando Sanchez, 10th position, kind of been there all race, but has kept it clean and no real trouble.
Yeah. Obviously, the most important thing about motorsports is that you keep it clean. If you can set world records all the time, but if you can't manage to pass people and keep it clean, then there isn't much of a point in it, is there?
No, so something happened to Gueda here. He's in the pit lane. I wonder if he just decided to park it.
Yeah, I think he's decided to call it a day.
Or if he got
a sensible decision considering everything that's happened to him.
He got disconnected here.
Certainly, obviously going to be very frustrated with that result, but these things happen, and I'm sure he'll come back stronger next.
Yeah, next week.
Still a good run by him, qualifying in second. So he certainly knows he's got the pace. He just has to put it all together for next week.
Yeah.
And I'm sure, and I hope that he does it.
Yeah, I'm not sure which car is better at Imola here, the Lambo or the Ferrari. With that straight, I'm sure the Ferrari is going to be.
Well, I guess it does really depend, Keg, because as far as I can see, the Lamborghini and the Ferrari are about even. The Ferrari is awful on curbs, which obviously is not very good for Imola, but the car has, but in terms of the types of corners that Imola has, it does suit the Ferrari. Versus the Lamborghini is overall a bit more forgiving of a car. So I think that it will depend. I think that on qualifying pace, we'll see a Ferrari dominance, but in the race, I'm not so sure.
Yeah, with that curb section
with those curbs, that could really hurt the Ferrari's dominance. I think that we might see a Lamborghini podium here, at least. But
that would be quite nice to see. Yeah.
Caglioni 2.3 seconds behind Beer, and Beer is about, I believe it was 8.4 seconds now. So the gap is actually coming down between Beer and Calvin Wolf, but it will depend on. I don't think it's enough. I think even if he does take it around half a second per lap, that's not going to be quite enough to.
It's going to be close though, and Wolf has to make sure he keeps it clean and no mistakes here.
Yeah, I think Wolf is going to start, backing off a bit here, just driving a lot more conservative. Make sure he doesn't cut the corners. Make sure he doesn't get any track cut warnings. That'll be important going through here. 8.9 seconds is the gap now. Caglione, 6/10 behind. Beer isn't going to be letting him through, though. I'm sure for that. He's flashing Beer.
Uh-oh.
Again. No, that's not very nice, but I guess
spicy.
and he does. Here comes Beer back on the inside. Oh, that was close.
That was very close.
And Caglione makes it into second place.
Not without a fight, that's for sure.
Yeah, but to say Beer might be trying to come back at him, but I'm not sure there is much he can give that throw at him.
Yeah.
So now it's just gonna be whether Wolf can hold off.
As you see Wolf in the background there. Going on to the back straight. Now it's all, 9 seconds between them. Can he drop 9 seconds in about 7 laps? I don't know. It's going to be very close. Now that Caglione has fresh, clean air in front of him, no one to worry about.
Yeah, well, he does have Beer to worry about from behind if Beer tries some kamikaze dive bomb. But I'm sure Beer isn't going to quite do that.
Not yet anyways, but we won't know until the last second here.
Yeah, I mean, Caglione's already taken about half a second out of Wolf's lead.
Yep.
That is certainly not good for Wolf, but at the same time, he still has about, I would say, 4 laps left to try to do something. So I don't think, even if he does take half a second per lap, I don't think it'll be enough for Caglione to take back the lead in this race.
Nope, so Wolf's last lap was a 1:34.6. Caglione was a 1:33.4.
So about 1.2 seconds faster.
Yep.
Well, there would have to be around 8 minutes left for them to go about a second faster, let's say, per lap for Wolf. So about a second faster per lap. That would mean that you would need about 7 laps, which I don't think that they have here.
What? Spun around there. As Calvin's coming up to him. Ooh, is it going to be trouble trying to pass? Hopefully Watt gets out of the way here.
I don't think Wyatt's going to give him too much trouble.
Yeah.
He hasn't in the past in this race, and I don't think he'll be giving
Wyatt,
Wolf any sort of trouble. And here goes Caglione. You can see him in the background there from Wolf in the F3 cam. So Caglione certainly is on the charge. He does want to take back this win, but I don't think that there is enough time. We'll have to see, though. Of course, nothing is decided until the line has been crossed.
Yeah.
About 4 minutes 23 seconds left, or 4 minutes 24. Well, now it's 23. Sorry. Until the end of this race, can Wolf hold on for victory here?
The 1:34.5.
0 victory.
So a little bit faster than the last lap, but he's not pushing that hard because he knows he's got a little bit of a gap.
He's got enough of a gap where even if he is about a second slower, it is going to be worth it in case, he doesn't want to get any drive-through. He doesn't want to get any track cut limits. Really easy to get on the circuit. So obviously, he's not going to be pushing as hard as he might if, say, Caglione was right behind him.
Yeah.
He does not want to gamble here. On this.
Caglione can see the rear, the purple 31.
Yeah, it's about 6.2 seconds now is the gap.
I think he's dropped it even more here. This is getting close, folks. This is intense.
This is getting intense. Can Caglione pass him?
Okay, Wyatt needing to get through.
I think if Wolf makes this mistake free, I don't think so. But of course, we don't know until that line is crossed.
So Caglione doing a 1:32.9 last lap. So yes, as Kenneth Portis is telling us here, a race steward.
Oh, well, Wyatt is getting in the way of Wolf.
No, I thought that was gonna happen, and he's battling him right.
What is Wyatt doing?
I don't know. He lets him through now, hopefully. Well, that could have cost Wolf.
That might cost Wolf the lead.
Yeah.
We'll have to see though if that is.
Caglione now has to get through Wyatt though. So what does he do for him?
Yeah,
we'll wait and see. There's gonna be 2 more laps here.
2 more laps to go now.
Most likely.
Well, if Wolf can hold on for 2 more laps, then he will be a first-time 0 victor But Caglione also wants to be a first-time ZRL victor.
Yeah.
So, oh no! Wolf makes a mistake.
Uh-oh.
But he keeps it on the track.
It seems to be all right so far.
Yeah, he seems to be okay.
It's getting a
Seems to be
little squirrely.
He's feeling the pressure now, but
3 seconds to go between them. A few more laps, but
3.372 is the gap currently.
Our good buddy, and our good buddy Wyatt here is not making it hard for our fastest guy here to get through.
I think he did learn from Wolf. Also, you have to understand that where Wolf caught him at was also a very hard corner to let through. So I can't. I'm not gonna say Wyatt did anything wrong. It's just that it was a bad situation for him.
It's just that not what we want to see when someone is.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Is getting hunted by an alien here, and they're only, 3/4 of the way alien.
Yeah.
So as Wolf comes around the last corner.
This will be the final lap of the race.
Caglioni's right there, breathing, just ready to go.
Caglione, 2.2 seconds now. Can he win this race?
Calvin's gonna put up a good defense, I would hope.
Wolf is going to be defending until his last breath here for this victory, but Caglione's right on him. Can he take the win? I really don't know what to say. I don't know who is going to take it, but honestly, if we look 1.6 seconds out, Wolf goes wide again, and Caglione also makes the same mistake.
So equal there. They're both pushing to the limit.
They're both pushing these cars to their absolute fullest. Caglione goes really wide through there. He's really going for this. Caglione is
he's right out.
Wolf needs to go.
He's flashing the lights.
Caglione is really liking those light flashers here.
Yeah.
As I have an old friend from Assetto Corsa that used to do that a lot as well. Maybe they learned from each other. But I don't know who is going to win here. I as much as I would like to say, my good friend Wolf would like to win, but I really don't know.
It's all up to these last few corners here. You gotta make it cleanly. As you can see, Caglioni's just pushing that car so late into the braking zone, trying to get any possible run here. As we're coming around to the last corner.
Last corner of the final lap.
The Wolf just needed to get through cleanly.
His first ZRL victory.
Oh, and it was close, though. It was close. That was a tough fought race.
Half a second separates him and Wolf. An incredible race there.
Well done by those guys. JJ Bird bringing up the last podium step here in third. Harder in fourth. We got a Lambo fifth and sixth. So David and Nate, Diggy Powell, Chris behind him in seventh, P Fender eighth. So that was an action-packed, intense race there, folks, for us. Hope you did enjoy the event. Thanks to Don Fox for joining me in the commentary booth. That was very entertaining and fantastic work. Thank you very much.
Oh, no problem.
And I feel we'll be hearing your voice a little bit more moving forward, as it was so fun for me and maybe the viewers.
I hope the viewers enjoy.
So Gar crossing the line 9th, Sanchez 10th, File 11th. So well done by all, and thank you very much. So yeah, make sure to hit that like button if you have not already. If you did enjoy the content. Subscribe to keep up. If you hit that bell icon, you can catch us next week, same time, same place, for our last and final part of this little Italian Job series. So hope to see you guys there.
Quick shout out to JJ Beer for holding on to that third place.
Yeah, so well done by him. Yeah. It was
that was a really fun race to commentate with.
Yeah. All right.
Thank you guys for showing up, for watching us.
Yeah.
Hope you enjoyed it. And like you said, subscribe, hit the bell, and whatever else YouTubers say these days.
Yeah. All right. So, yeah, thanks for watching, guys. This race was brought to you by SimGrid, as well as Advanced Sim Racing. So make sure, if you're on the Discord server, check out those channels related to Advanced Sim Racing. There we can get a discount code, as well as thanks to SimGrid for having us along for the scheduling and everything related to the admin side of things. So take care from us at ZRL, and we'll see you next week. Night.
See you next week.